Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Hobby Corner and our Pallegney, or excuse me, sorry, listening to somebody else talking about this game and this map, our Pallegney series. We are currently in the month of August, harvesting some sorghum as we speak, working our way to buy a new barn for our water buffalo. I did come in, continued on just a little bit more in this field. Oh, I'm full. Good to see that. 8,000 liters fills up pretty quick. And it is actually good to be harvesting with our own machine. We did not have to borrow any equipment for this. All of our equipment has been purchased off the used market, as usual. So yeah, we are just back to the grind, trying to get some more money gathered up. And in this stream, we should be able to get the water buffalo barn / pasture land purchased and be ready to rock and roll for that. Our last episode, we were able to get the property that the goats can reside on. Let's go ahead and get that cruise control set up. I don't exactly remember how much money we need for the eventual barn for the water buffalo. We'll take a look at it here in a little bit. This contract, and I do want to check the contracts right now, came up and it was an automatic yes please. Let's go ahead and get this contract. $7,000. And like I said, the equipment is ours. We don't have to worry about any of that. So we get to save all of that money. And I could put an AI worker in this and do it, and let them do it, but I don't feel like paying anybody else right now when we're so close to being able to get our water buffalo. See if we can get this corner made without losing any material and backing up. Yes. I forget. So we got 16,000 liters in that Flegel trailer. The Flegel trailer does hold 29,500 if I remember right. Yep, 29.5. So we can put one more in there before we have to go and take it to unload. I went through my mod list as well before starting the game tonight, just making sure I had all of the different barn options selected that I have downloaded. And again, the mods are up to you if you want to use them or not. The base game ones are fairly limited, in my opinion, for selection. There's 3 that you can get that are for breeding purposes only, and 3 that are for milk production. And when the lowest one costs 150,000, it's like, I know there's better options, and we'll try to get something that matches this map as well. And I think that barn was around anywhere between 50 and 80,000. Excuse me. So yeah, we are working up towards that. We'll probably do some wood transport contracts as well. We'll see what else comes up. Just in the market, I am not in the I mean, I'm just going to take a look at this, see what the heck it is. It's a little disc cultivator. I mean, I've got something a whole lot better than that already. I think it's that one. Maybe that one. We'll have to take a look. Full again. Oof, duh. We're only 50% done with the field. And that's been 3 unloads so far. So we may have to take this down to get it emptied out sooner rather than later. When I come back from that menu screen, it's like, why is my combine stopped? It's alright. Yeah, the nice thing about this Flegel trailer, if we really wanted to and we get down to it, this has a manure spreader option. So we can take it to the shop and install the manure spreader. That way we can do some fertilization as well. You know, nothing like... if I remember correctly, we should be able to spread manure for fertilizer. We may have to try that out. That'll be a little interesting test, I think. Alright, where were we? We were way up there. Okay. Let's get locked in. Let's get that turned on. Cruise control set and drop. So yeah, I think when we go and fill that trailer up, we'll go and take that to the market. And speaking of market, where do we got to go? Okay, that's over by the house. Excellent. That's easy enough. And I'll show you guys all where we have to go to unload. It is an interesting spot. If we had a grain trailer that attaches to a semi, then we would not be able to use it. But since we got trailers that attach to tractors, then it's easy enough to get in there. So what's we got here? Yeah, this is the stuff we need.
For fixtures. What about this?
We need that as well.
There's a black pad on the back.
Yes, my missus came down to show me some cords that we've been looking for, and yay, we finally found them. Just to keep you guys informed, I do plan on streaming until around 10 p.m. tonight, Mountain Time. See how far we go before we have to unload again. Alright, good night, babe. If you heard the little jingle going off, that's my dryer. $7,800, 79, and stop.
Do we know where the remote control is for?
We'll have to look for it. Alright, so we'll go and unload this trailer. And we'll play around with some options for the upcoming buffalo barn. Can it get any closer to the top? I mean, it can. Okay, let's go ahead and get this set back up over here. Then we'll come up over to the tractor. And we'll leave the combine running for a few minutes. It's not going to hurt it. It's a diesel engine. They're made to run for hours and hours and hours. Whether or not my bank account will allow that is something different. Okay. Got the old Fent pulling this. Fent and Flegel. That's a double F. I'll do some camera inside cab driving for a little while. So we're 60% harvested with That was 4 dumps. And we do have traffic turned on. Got to remember that. Oh, double traffic here. Tight road. Whoa. Whoa. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Don't want to lose the trailer. Yeah, we weren't getting any air on that. We're pretty firmly planted. Okay, we will slow down for the corner up here. I know, it's something different. I'm not normally the one to slow down for corners. It's usually take them at a high rate of speed. The faster, the more fun. Yeah, we still got a trailer behind us. That's good. Okay, slow down for this little bridge here. Make sure the car takes us out in the process. Alright, so we are back at the mill over here. And I do believe this is a mill. I do not remember if this is one that you can purchase. Back up off the road, and then I gotta go help the wife for just a hot minute. Got a little too close to that wall. So, I'm just gonna leave the traffic jam on, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, I am back. Sorry about the little bit of delay there. Okay, so at this location here, and we do see a wrench icon, so this is by the production point, and this is the St. Ferriez mill for $350,000. So yeah, if you buy this point, then you can definitely do any of the grain milling, turning stuff into flour options. So, to get into this location, let me zoom in a little bit. It is definitely an interesting location to get into. Not my preferred method, but it's doable. And like I said, if you were ever to come in here with a semi-trailer triple bottom, you will not be able to get in. So I mean, we're in, so we can go ahead and unload. And the nice thing about this one is it pushes straight back, so we don't have to worry about tilting the trailer. Traffic is a nightmare on this corner. Yeah, you stay your lane there, buddy. Okay, so now that we're over here, let's just do a little sightseeing, do a little bit of reconnaissance, if you catch my drift here. Because the route that we're taking is definitely a route to head back to the field. So where I plan on placing this is in this field right here. I mean, this will be easy enough. We can sit there and plant it to grass as needed. I do own it. We do need to put lime down, which is fine. I do have a lime trailer, the Breedall spreader. I do have the Bednar seeder that does fertilization as well, so that's easy enough. This location, let's go ahead and check the growth. Let's just turn everything on. It is needs lime. Let's take that off. There is no fertilization with it, so we're going to have to. And there's a little trick with this, where if we go and spread fertilizer first, and then put lime down on top, and then come in and seed it with fertilizer, we'll get our double fertilization. So that's a nifty little trick, which we will be doing. That's easy enough. Okay, so our reconnaissance mission, let's go ahead and wiggle the mouse, because it does not like to do things without it. We got a cow barn there for 85. This is just a breeding point. Yeah, the base game cow barn large is 170,000. I think that one's a base game, or that one's base game. This one's base game. 254. Then it jumps to 58. I think it's these three here. 170, 254, 518. This one, I forget. It may start at 254. Anyway, we're not interested in any of those. This one here is the one I believe that we're going to do. It comes with a pasture, so that's easy enough. If we were to come in and place it, and the nice thing with this one is we can rotate and get it in a location that we want. And I do like taking it over a nice piece of flat ground over here. The animal buy point is right there at that corner, and then we got that corner there where the little pump outlet is on the corner of the building, that's our slurry deposit. Then we have our milk point right there at the barn doors. And then our feed is on the inside. Whether or not we get manure with this is going to be interesting. We may try with that, but I think this one, because we are playing on an older map, old town, so to speak, I think I want to put it right here, and we'll match the fence line of this barn, and we'll get it as close to the water as we can. Land not owned by you, so yeah, about right there. Although that's kind of rough. So we own just a little bit toward the little creek. So we can definitely put it there. As long as we got an entrance and an exit at each end that we can take our feed and put it in, then we should be good. So we're going to have to do a little bit of landscaping here. Okay. So yeah, I think that's the barn that we're going to get. As soon as we're done with this sorghum contract, we're going to come back, we're going to do some flattening of the land. And then we do have the free paint and texture mod installed, just to beautify the property a little bit, and also to allow us to do some landscaping, raise the land up, level it, and things like that. If we do place that ourselves, then the land will get leveled accordingly, but we'll have to go through and re-level it in certain areas. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this sorghum contract finished off, and then we'll come back and be able to get our water buffalo taken care of today. Oops, some hail damage. Oh, we gotta head south. I forgot I didn't take the quick shortcut. I took the shortcut on the roundabout. Some more hail damage. Okay. It's always interesting seeing those spots. Let's go ahead when we get up here and get into the combine. I know not the term that some people are used to. They're used to harvesters. I grew up, they were called combines. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and we'll park closer to the field. About right in the middle. Misa thinks. Okay. Save on some diesel. Oh, so when I went away from it, it actually turned itself off. Or maybe I turned it off. I don't know. Alright. Let's get this done. We got a half a dozen more passes, 2 or 3 more loads out of here. Welcome in, happy viewer. Good to see you in here. Why are we struggling going uphill here? I think it was just that part of the ground. Interesting. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of strip because I don't like working around the solid objects like that power pole. He just doesn't like going uphill. I think that's what the issue is. Trying to crest the hill there. Alrighty, we got that last little swath taken out. I think I am going to unload real quick just because I'll get all the way down to the end and have to travel all the way back. Go ahead and raise it up so we can get our speed going. We'll save wear and tear for a little bit. All right. Yep, definitely a view I remember from many years ago. I used to run combine quite often on my dad's farm. Plus our custom harvesting business that we had. That's an interesting license plate. Looks like we got, what, 2 more passes there? So yeah, we'll be able to get all this into the trailer, no problem. I just hope that because we went up 15% that it doesn't bite us in the end for being able to complete the contract with 100% harvest done. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We're going to have to make the long trek back. Just to unload. But, I mean, could be worse. We could have broke down. I'm not going to worry about setting the cruise control right at the moment. Stop. Try to keep the load as even as possible. Not that it really matters. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this turned on. Get locked in, and I got to step away for just a hot second to check on something real quick. Alright, I am back. So I'm hoping with my quick and dirty math calculation that by the time we hit the other end of this field on this final path, we should be around 95% complete. Maybe one day we'll be able to buy a bigger trailer or a second one, which would definitely help that issue out. But for right now, it is what it is, and we'll deal with it. 93%. Oh yeah, I do believe that it'll be around 97% by the time we get done. Nope, I am wrong. It hung at 93% forever. Kind of surprising. Alright. That is done. Go ahead and extend the pipe. Or as we used to call it, the auger. Alrighty. And what side is the tongue on? So it's on that side, the far side. And the comically large header trailer for a comically small header. But it was what was available. Yeah, it got locked on, so not thrilled about the position there, but I think because the header isn't the exact size for the combine as it should be. Oh, I wanted to fold up, not unfold the pipe. Because it's not the correct size header for the trailer, it doesn't exactly lock on. But it's not moving. I didn't want... Come on. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty solid on there, so we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and check the contracts real quick. Just to see... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, we are not doing any of those harvesting contracts. I did spinach earlier so that we could buy the field over here, field 95, which included this and the pasture for the goats, along with this building and this section of land. Oh, it didn't include that. So, I thought it did. Well, shucky darns, there goes my plan of buying this for putting my sell point on. I thought it included that. Anywho, I mean, I've got this over here. So we could, you know, technically there's no traffic there. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what this is. That's 78,000. Okay. Oh yeah, that's that property. Okay. So if we buy this property here, we could put sell points along the edge for, you know, like the small farmer's kiosk or the, you know, that type of stuff. Let's go ahead and get back in our combine. Oh, and it shuts off. Why is it doing that? I have no idea. I mean, I've got it to where it doesn't. It's supposed to. Automatic engine start is turned off. Anywho. Let's take the main road. That little road for trying to get the combine to go down is going to be a little tight. And we still got 2 days left of this month, so there could be more harvesting contracts that come up, especially for sorghum. I will say I'm glad that I got the Kloss that does 20 miles an hour than the starting Massey Ferguson that does 17. That 3 miles per hour really makes a difference. And this is a map where, yeah, you can get by using the CR11, the AF11, the John Deere X9, those gigantic harvesters. But I truly believe that the small to medium-sized harvesters are about where you really need to be on this map. Yeah, there's some large fields, 15 acres, but I mean, we just did one in less than an hour with this machine that was a decent size. And we got it done. Bigger machines make it faster. That is a guarantee. But just trying to traverse the landscape with, and there it went. It did not stay locked on. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a good thing we didn't have any cars traveling with us. That would have been an embarrassment. How to lose your header trailer and header in one easy move. Yeah, so we are going to have to do something with the header trailer. And because we're on a used only playthrough, we can play around with trying to wait for a header trailer to show up. Oh. This one is the Nardi N60-35, and that one's nope, can't do that one. It's a much larger header trailer. So we just got to be careful around turns. That's all we got to do. Okay, now we got this guy back at the farm. Let's go get our vent, and we did turn this one off. We'll see how much grain we get to keep for ourselves. We can keep it. Right now, currently, I do believe I have some oats that we could sell. I got 9,000 liters of oats. We're at the bottom of the market there. Our sorghum, we're at the bottom of the market. So if we play our cards right, we could keep the excess. And I, I, I think I'm going to keep the excess. Yeah, we'll have, with the contract being at 7 grand, we'll have 80,000. So that leaves us, well, depending on the size of the pasture that we make, that's going to be the hard part. That's going to be the hard part. Hmm. I'm not doing root vegetables. I'll guarantee you that for extra money. Um, and that's one of the things I don't have is a test map to see how big I can go for uh, pastures and stuff for these barns. I haven't I haven't yet done that idea, and I know a lot of uh, content creators tend to do that. They have test maps of so that they can calculate how much it's going to cost to do certain things like what we're going to do. That's all fine and dandy, but I think we're going to wing it. We'll see how much it costs. We'll make sure to uh, turn off the autosave. And let's go ahead and back up some more. 8, 9, and we keep 5,000 liters. Okay, I like that number. That's fine. Because the price of the grain, and this is my field, I'll just drive over top of it. There's nothing planted in it yet. I could do some winter wheat, I believe is what I was going to do, or barley. But those aren't ready to go until September. Yep, barley September, winter wheat is September as well. So yeah, we're just going to hold on to this for the time being. Yeah, that I wish that was like a see if we go here, select this, hit push down on the right joystick on the controller. So we need the Nardi N40BX. Oh, what kind of options we can? Okay, we can do that. We can do. Oh, it's got to be Case IH red because it's the red for the header trailer. Let's do Kloss green for the ramps and the rims. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we can do something like that for the header when it comes down to it. Yeah, the 40BX. That's what we really need. And if we were to go here, and right now we got this is the one that came up in the market. This is the one that we currently own. I don't even know if we could do the 70/30. So yeah, we're just gonna have to pinch our pennies and see if we can get that. There are some modded ones, but these are for the MacDon pack. Those are for John Deere headers. Not that you couldn't use them for others, but yeah. Okay, that did get unloaded. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, So we do have a trick up our sleeve here. Now let's go ahead and kill the engine. Let's go. Wrong button. Let's double check the contracts. I do not want to do any of these. I'm putting my foot down. Oh, we can do a hoeing job. That's over by us for, you know, $3,000 extra money. We got a very large stone picking contract. While very tempting, it's going to take 2 hours just to get this contract done. We ain't got time for that. But what we will do is collect on that. But the trick that I have up my sleeve is right here. You know, there's 800 that's in there to be produced yet. These are 1,500 liter bags. There's one more that can kick out there. So we've got, you know, just a quick zoom. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 24 sitting right there. We have an additional, let's come on over. We have an additional 79. So we have 103 bags at 1,500 liters each. And our firewood, while it may be really enticing to do this, it is at the low end of the market. Oh wait, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Ugh. Oh, that's wood beams. Clicked on the wrong thing. I need firewood. I was like, I've never seen it that high before. Yeah, we are at the low end of the market. We can sell it for $260. 1,000 liter. 3 times 1,500 equals 154,500. Times 260. We've got 40,000 in firewood that we can sell right now. And if we were to wait until it's, let's just say 425, we're losing 25,000 by not waiting. Not selling any of the equipment. I came across all of this fair and square. Let's go ahead and we will go ahead and save. Let's go into our settings and let's take this off. And it's just, is that the one that we want to do? See, this one would be cool, but there's no pasture for it. It only holds 40 cattle. Or water buffalo. This one holds 20, but again, no pasture. And that's it that I have for modded ones. This one here is 85,000 with the pasture, which would not be bad, but I mean, we only got 80,000. So, and all the rest of them are well over our price range. Let's go ahead and let's just try this. And I want to to get it as close to that edge as possible. Let's go ahead and select it. Do you want to customize the fence for the cow shed? Yes. Let's go ahead and put it up to there. Put it to there. Put it to there. Area is restricted. Put it to there, and then there. We'll say yes. And we don't have enough money to do that. Oh. Scratch that. I mean, that filled up that area, and then over here we could place a pit for the slurry and a bunker for manure. I think. Or we just empty it out periodically. And, okay, yeah, it did raise the ground. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, and over here is the milk point. Ah, that's the problem right there. I don't mind this that much. I don't mind this that much. But I wish they told you how many animals you could put in. Okay, so what we can do, I saved beforehand. I mean, I can level all that out. That's easy enough. We can put a bunker close by. We can put our manure pit close by, or our slurry tanker pit. How many heads of buffalo can we put in this? Let's go ahead and we'll exit. Excuse me. Okay, it kind of matches the hillside here. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. That's right, it's on the other side. Yep, that's where... So yeah, we definitely need to get it away from the creek. How many heads of cattle, buffalo, can we put in? We can install, okay. $88. I mean, that's not bad. So I think if we bring the barn up to right here-ish, that would give us a better access into the front. So let's go ahead and You're going to see this in real time. We're just going to go ahead and quit the game. We're going to reload it. And yes, I do have a plethora of mods going. I wish there's a way that you could see all the unselected ones. I'm just double checking. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that buying slurry manure thing. We don't need government subsidies. We're not playing that way. Limes, Lizard, Colossus, Logger, Metal Garages. Okay, yeah. And like I said, I went through everything, so we'll just go ahead and start. It'll take just a minute to get back in. Alright, so we got 80,755 schmackaroos. Alright, we're back in. Let's go over. Yeah, I like the location right there for our buffalo barn. Okay, let's go back in here. Let's go ahead and save the game. And then go into our settings, and it changed it back to 5 minutes. Let's turn that off. Okay. And we will do this again. Wiggle the mouse because it just acts like that. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of hail damage there, it looked like. Oh, I mean, we're going to take care of that in a minute, so don't have to worry about it. Let's go ahead and go back into here. Let's go ahead and select that guy. So that was the problem I was looking at earlier, thinking about. The fence collides with their fence. But I think land is not owned by you. Let's go ahead and can we customize this? We can make it brick 1, brick 2. Let's see what that looks like. Plaster 1, plaster 2, brick 1, brick 2. So let's do this. Let's select that color right there. Select it. Does that just change the number? I think that's all that changes, the number. Yeah, that's all that changes, so. Okay, well, we gotta go. Let's just go bright red. You know, let's go. Should be 255. And let's change it to 00 because that is true red. Select. Okay. Bricks 2 plaster. I kind of like the yellow plaster. It matches the rest of the countryside. Okay, so let's go back. And then cannot place fence here. Can we toggle free mode on? Can we do it there? just go ahead and turn that off because we weren't able to right there. Okay, so that's as close as we can get, so that actually gives us a little bit of turning radius for our tractor to come in. Let's go ahead and place it. Okay, let's customize it again. Let's go bricks, plaster 2, and then okay, select back. Cannot place item there. And I am using the mouse right now. Do you want to customize the fence for cow shed with pasture? Yes. And I'm going to use my controller here. Land is not owned by you. Let me try something. Not enough money, so delete last segment, H. Yes, we want to plant the meadow. So I think we ended up terraforming a little bit more. To get it in place, and we'll have to where? Okay, this is the mod author didn't think this one through. So you have the building, you have through right here, right there is to load and unload the animals, but the fenced area is right here. Where do the cows come out? Or the buffalo? Where is their location to exit the building? Yeah, I think it caused us more because we did more terraforming. How? I mean, it filled it in nicely, and we followed the contours of everything. We just got this area over here to terraform, and there. How many heads of cattle can we get in here? So let's just, we'll just grab this guy. So we lost 2 by moving it that far forward, which is fine. But we're going to be buying 18-month-old because they're at the puberty level, which means they can relatively soon start producing milk for us. Oh my gosh. Decisions, because yeah, this is just. I'm sorry. You put the fence here, and okay, let's just go ahead and open stuff up. This is where we bring the cattle to drop them off, and we can put straw in here. That's our run for the feed. Okay, that's. I'm sorry. We're not putting that one in. Let's go ahead and go to download content. We're gonna take a look at stuff. We can't have that. Okay, I want animal pens. Horse stable, chicken coop, old stable, and hen house. Modern cow barn. The cow farm pack. Self-made cow shed. I wish they had more pictures. Pig pen, garage with cow shed. See, a lot of these I did not download because the price, like this one's $100,000. I'm trying to keep it cheap. This is for horses. That's a shed pack, and I don't know why that's in there. Farmhouse pack. $100,000 for the cattle. 100 for the sheep. Barn with cows. See, this one's 40,000. No. Shed cow barn. In order to remove the manure, a loader shovel should be placed in the marked place. Note, manure can only be filled with a shovel. Cow barn, big lizard, $715,000. I mean, that's buildable feedlot. See, and this is only 35 cattle for inside that one. Old German barn pack. The cow barn. 50,000 holds 20 head. 60,000 holds 60 head. Which the one that we were trying to use was this one here. It holds 60 cows. That's what I don't like about that. It's where do the cows come out? held 60. This one holds 60. Oh, let's... And we were able to get it up to 88. 86 with the secondary launch. Doghouse, chicken coop, big white cow barn. 60,000, holds 50 head of cattle. Pig shed, calf barn. Big renovated cow barn, pig shed, 5-bay cow shed. Holds 35 cattle. Barn holds 12. Pack a large. Minimum, the first one is $100,000 for the 100 cattle. $1,000 a head. Cow shed with garage. Cow barn with 20 places. It's 160K. Cattle stable. No milk output. This one holds up to 72, but it's 82,000. So, you know what we're gonna do? This one's okay. All right. We're going a different route here. We're still doing the water buffalo tonight, but we're just gonna do something a little different here. 60 head versus 80 head. I mean, that's a little change. But we do have expansion in the future. So as soon as we come back in, it's a good thing we saved where we did. Let's go ahead and go back to the truck. So, what we're gonna do, and we're not varying too much from what the original plan was. So we're doing this one. We're going to forego the pasture land for this. So, land is not owned by me. Yes, I understand that. Because I kind of want it still down here. We'll get that a little bit off the road there. And let's use this guy, the mouse. I just wish the rotation worked a little better. Okay, that looks like it lined it up really good. That right there or do we move it over to here? For eventual shenanigans. I'm not entirely unhappy with that. Because it's by the road. We can get in there easy enough. The ground's going to terraform, so we're not going to worry about that too much. We got access on the left side to access our milk. We can change that little bit of property there. Land is not owned by you. We just got to back it up a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and yeah, it was at 55,000, 2,000 in terraforming. That leaves us, 22,000 of play money. So do I like that spot? I got to do some terraforming at the road. Let's go ahead and we'll select it. We'll sell it. We can get 55K for that. Okay. Let's try it again. Let's just move it back a little bit further from the road, I think. Yeah, I think that right there works, because then we can get in right there. We can do things over here, and then this shenanigan spot over here. When it comes down to it, okay, let's go back. God dang it. 360 or 700. This is a base game model. This is not enough money. Yes, I know that. Okay, animals come in from that side. That's fine. That's where grain gets dumped in. This one, I believe, in order to access the eggs, you have to go through the double doors. So, this shenanigan setup is going to have to be something like this. Okay. Which, I'm not opposed to it, and we can put it anywhere along here. Because that's the only chicken one I have that's a mod. Oh, god dang it. So yes, that right there. Alright. So now we got that taken care of. We're going to lock it in stone. We're going to bring this up here. Let's make it bigger. Let's do some more faster terraform faster. Okay. And then we're going to terraform this all the way to the creek. Just kind of make it blend in. Nope, didn't want that. It's okay. We'll adjust it. Alright. Okay. So there we go. I do want to extend this over here. And we'll drop the backside down a little bit. not entirely unhappy with that. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. Let's bring it over to the bridge a little bit more. Okay. I think I want to finish this side off over here. Kind of square it out a little bit more. Not lose the natural formation of the creek. Okay. Let's go ahead and just give this a quick smooth. And this I'm going to switch to my mouse. There we go. And we'll smooth that down right there. And I do a combination of rotating my controller to get smoothness. Let's go ahead and make that smaller. So I don't want to lose everything there. Alright. I'm not unhappy with that. Let's go ahead and we'll bring some grass in. Change the size, change the circleness. Okay. And let's go ahead and go to asphalt. Actually, let's see what else I got for textures. I kind of like the, let's use this cobblestone. Because this is what I've been using over on the main farm. Let's go ahead and cobble this up. And then just kind of square it off right there. Okay. Not entirely unhappy. Since I've been doing cobblestone for everything on my farm, I figured why not keep this cobblestone as well. Let's go ahead and we'll connect it back to the road. Change that. Yeah, give that a little something something there. Okay. Let's get off of that. Let's go back to grass. Let's change the size up one-ish. Okay. Okay. Let's keep that size there. Let's go ahead and smooth that out. There was a little bump something there. And let's go ahead and yeah. Make sure it's at the road. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to bring it to this level here. There we go. Okay. Go back. Yeah, I'm not entirely unhappy with that. Okay. Okay. Okay, this section over here, let's go ahead and go back to our cobblestone. And I just want to make sure... Oh, I was on that cobblestone. Okay, that's easy enough to change. That's easy enough. Wrong cobble. Because I needed to straighten this side out anyway. Thought it looked a little bit weird. Okay. Definitely have a little bit more control over this than with the controller using a mouse. Although I have done this before with my controller. It's just a little bit easier with a mouse. Okay. But like I said, I am doing a combination of the two. I'm moving the big movements with the controller, and then the fine movements is with the mouse. So like this rotation here, I'm using my controller for it, because I can sit there and turn the camera easier. Okay, so I'm thinking something back here. I don't think I need to go all that far. This side, that's fine. I think I can go a little bit further though, because I do kind of need to have entry and exit point for the tractor to come in and out. You know, for like, you know, filling up the area with straw and with you know, the silage, hay, grass type stuff. So that matches the road. Okay, that's fine. You want a good surface there. And over here, if we really wanted to, we should be able to put a manure pit and the slurry tanker. But back here, let's go ahead and go back to grass. Let's change that a couple sizes. Okay. Because I think we can just kind of maintain a short distance there. Like something like that. Don't need to go all this way, so let's change it to, that's forest ground. And let's go up. We want dirt. We don't want animal mud, we want dirt. Let's change the to circle there. And now let's keep it at that. Because this piece of farmland here, I'm not too fussed over using it for anything other than what we got going on. Because all it's going to be is for a couple of different, you know, this production here. The original intent was to have sheep production, but that slowly changed. And then let's go ahead and we'll just plant short grass over here. Let's change that. Okay. And then let's go. Normally I don't do anything like this, but we got some bits over here. Starting to grow through. Okay, like so. And like I said, yeah. I wish it was smaller cursor, but that's what we got. The intent is, let's go ahead and go back. And let's get one of these guys. He's going to go right there. Maybe. Okay, place item. Why is it not placing them? Okay, well, let's just go ahead and we'll re-grass that. Okay, I mean, it's weird that there we go. Okay. But why? It's a little disconcerting where I can't. Normally, I'm not one for doing this type of, shrubbery type stuff. But I figure why not? Make it look like it's been here for a little while. But I'm still, why? Why is it not wanting to? There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not entirely unhappy with that. A purely decorative object. Okay. I know it's costing me a little bit of money to do this, but I'm not entirely unhappy with that. I do need to fix the ground over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and raise the ground up. That's not... It's okay, we'll fix this. We'll fix this. And we need to fix up the bridge here. Okay. Because I mean, I don't really plan on driving up here to unload cattle. That's just, or water buffalo. Okay. So. Let's make that small. Dip that in there, dip that in there. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of smoothing. Using the mouse, a little bit more fine control. Because I don't want to do too much along the road there. Okay. Alright, so we got a couple of trees there. Some bushes. Okay, okay. Okay, we got some grass speckles. I like that. Make it look like it's kind of worn in. The over the years, the dirt has filled in the cracks and has started growing some patches of grass. Yeah, I am. I'm liking this now. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a little inspection. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sunk in a little bit. I mean, we'll fix that later on. It's not too bad. Where we're going to come in is right here anyway. Over here, I mean, we will bring in... let's open our gate. And let's go here. We got 22,000. And... we can't get 60 yet. And this does have the delivery cost on it. 20. We'll just go ahead and get 16 for 20,000. All right, so let's go ahead and buy that, and our autosave came on because I forgot to adjust that. I forgot to take that off when we came back. So, I mean, we were kind of, if we were to hit go in the options menu, we were kind of goosed, so to speak. So, yes, we now have our barn. We can see our milk production in there. We do need to go get some animals. So, let's go ahead and... let's see, let's go up in here. We got the sheep barn, we got the cattle. I've got 20 goats, 16 water buffalo, and they can take, we can get some straw in there. So we're going to have to work on trying to find a straw spreader. We can get TMR. We can make a production for that. We've got hay, we've got silage, I do believes. Let's just go over here and take a look. This guy has oats, corn, sorghum, and some fertilizer from a mishap. And then we've got 77,000 liters of silage. Let's just go into here. Even though I don't got to worry about that, so we can do, let's just go to hay. I mean, it shows that we don't have any, but we've got stuff in storage. And then silage. It shows that we don't have any, but we've got stuff in storage. It's in the fermenting silo. We've got 77,000 liters. And all this production is for is to hold on to said items. It is not to make silage. Well, this actually does make silage, but it is not to make TMR. As far as I know. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. So, oh, okay. So we can make TMR. That one's, we can make it out of hay and silage, which is the normal. We can make it, okay. So, with that, that changes a few things. Because I do want to have 100% production from my water buffalo. We've got the straw. We would need to buy the mineral feed, which is easy enough, or we go total mix ration 1 and we do the 1,500 liters of hay, 1,500 liters of silage, 1,000 liters of straw to make 4,000 TMR. Okay, so the nice thing about these types of mixers, and we'll hook onto the trailer, is we've already got the silage put in. And we're going to have to do a little shenanigan here. And we might be able to bypass it. Let's go ahead and we'll change that to straw. We can get rid of these types of bells, and that's okay. That's going to be far enough away. Okay. Oops. I'm actually going to move my baler. And yeah, I know it's a little on the slow side. Okay. And the downfall is with this trailer. Okay, square bale of grass. Okay, square bale of grass. We can grab that one. I want to try to get rid of all the oddball square bills. Okay, so we got all square bells so far. So another square barrel of straw. That one's a full one. That one's a full one. Get rid of that one. Round bale of straw. Let's go ahead and... yeah, I guess we'll pull that one out. Pull that one out. So now we need some grass. So the only thing I got in here is firewood, straw, and grass. So let's go ahead and pull out 6 bales of, because I got 3, 4, 5, yes. Alright. And a little shenanigan going on here. And let's see if we can get a little closer with the trailer. I got too many things lying around the farmyard. Because it looks like it's just picking up anything that's a bale. So, which is good. That's good. Okay, so it did not care. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Strap it down. And the nice thing about this trailer, even though I hate articulation trailers, and then we will unstrap and let it take everything in. And then while we're here, we got the fermenting silo going. And we're going to turn on this one. What do you mean materials are missing? Chaff, grass, hay. Oh, let's deactivate that. Oh, I thought I had hay. I don't have hay. So, okay. So right here, hay drying. This one I need turned on. Okay. So I got 1,000 grass to 1,000 hay. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the production the way it should be. So that one's turned off, that one's turned off, that one's off. Just double check everything. Gosh, get over here. Off, 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 off. Running. Off, 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 off. And, okay, this one's going to be flashing because of the hay. Because we've already got 128 liters of TMR. Alright, cool. That is running as intended. We will go ahead and just take this trailer back. We don't need this over here. And the nice thing about our Fleagle there, let's go ahead and do a little, excuse me, let's do a test. Just to see if this fits. Because this is a pusher trailer for putting stuff in. Oh, and there's Romeo. just roaming around. We'll see if this fits into the building as intended. Alrighty, so Houston, we're gonna have a problem. Houston, we have encountered a problem. Trailer won't fit. And let's go ahead and open this side up. Open gate. This is my field. I'm driving through it. Gosh darn it. I just want to see if the angle of attack from that side is what was causing the issue. Bingo. Alright, so we just found out a little something there. Let's go ahead and take it through the ditch. I may download a mod to put a bridge there. There are some decorative bridge mods going on. So this trailer will not fit. Let me see about something here. I got my handy dandy toolbox. Let's get behind it. Let's go here. Let's go customize. Okay, that does not change anything on the trailer itself, so we're gonna have to do something different, which is fine. Which is fine. We just gotta wait for a different trailer to show up. But until then, I think JCB is gonna get a little bit more use now, because I do believe the JCB is a smaller tractor. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison here. I know this guy will fit in. That's fine. Actually, the JCB looks like it's taller. Yeah, they're about the same size and height-wise. It's going to be a little bit longer of a job to feed the cattle every day. But we can manage. We'll definitely manage. That's all part about being a farmer and a rancher. Okay, let's go here. I got it. I got it. Inspiration comes in the time of need, folks. Let's go ahead and now we'll disconnect that like it's supposed to instead of the bucket being weird. Okay. So we go here and we go. Where's it at? Back. There we go. Because my cattle needs, or my buffalo needs some food. And this has a holding capacity. It is... Start filling. I want TMR. I mean, that's all the TMR I got right now. But we solved the power problem, Jerry. Yep, I'm definitely gonna have to put a bridge in, which is fine. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. So, let's see if this works. We should be able to fit in. And dump. Ha ha ha. Bingo! Ha ha! Oh, that couldn't have worked out any better. I forgot about this little truck. It's like, I need something that will tip. So, we got a little bit of food in there for the guys. And girls. Mostly girls. Now, the straw, on the other hand, is going to be a different story. We can't put any straw in there to get manure until we can get one of these guys. A shredder. So let's go to animals. We need a straw blower. So we need either one of these two guys to show up in the market, and then we can put some straw in to get manure. But do we really need that? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I did want to take a look at something here, though, while I was in here. I got one of these guys. I've got to disc harrow this one here. Okay, this one doesn't do any finagle setups. Because there's, like this guy here, or, I can put a cedar unit on this for doing grass and oilseed radish. I can do slurry distribution, which, if this were to come up in the market, let's just take, because that can put in grass and oilseed radish. So yeah, I mean, seed and slurry, but do we really want to be just planting grass? I don't know. But we can definitely do slurry distribution, and we have the slurry tanker set up for this. But there is this guy right here that also does a fertilizer unit, which means that we would need to do, along with that, we need a seed tank for the front that we can put fertilizer in. But, I mean, we still need to buy the stuff off the used market, so we're all predicated to that. And I mean, I've got my lime spreader over here, which does fertilizer. I've got, my plow. I've got my cultivator. Right back yonders. While I'm thinking of it, I need to get all that firewood put over here. I need to get the firewood loaded up. Now I got my my bednar to do any of the small grains. Let's go ahead and get my firewood loaded up. I definitely want to stay out of the cell point. Go ahead and start the loading process. Let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and unload because, yeah, just because. It wasn't all going to fit in the trailer anyway. And then I need to back up because otherwise it was going to hit the cell point. Because believe it or not, even though you can double stack these, they won't double stack on them in the auto load trailers. Yes, I am using the universal auto load mod. So a lot of people are, if you want to download from a third-party site. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and check this contracts. We got harvest. It's all vegetables. We got the hoeing job. We got a couple of plow jobs. We got that's gigantic stone picking job. Oh, God, that'd be so much money. Those are relatively small fields. I'm going to go ahead and borrow the items for this one. I could do it with mine. I really could. But I want something a little bit bigger. I could definitely do it with mine. And then we're going to go ahead and over here, we're going to take the other contract for plowing. Which, I mean, that right there is my setup. I think including the tractor. But we'll go ahead and accept that one. Then we'll go here and we'll take the hoeing contract as well. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a couple contracts done. We'll probably end up doing all of these off camera. Just to save some time. I mean, it's field work. It's easy field work, but it's tedious, long. And I wish one of these rotary hoes would show up in the cell page. I know it's reserved for work, whatever. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch. And I'm going to end the stream here just as soon as I get this guy set up on the one of the contracts. The plowing, this one is, we'll start with this one here. We'll take him up to 57. Although I might want to do it. I want to play with this tractor. I don't know if I've played with this guy before, the 8RX. I probably have. I'm trying to find a new tractor for my main play for a large tractor. And I want something that definitely has, I think this goes up to 458 horse, but I want something that's larger. 458's nice, don't get me wrong, but, and you know, just because we're risking it here, that's the That's this one here, 8RX. Yeah, 458. I do. 458's a great horsepower, but some of the equipment that I just bought requires 600 plus. So. But yeah, we'll get this over here. We'll get AI started on that contract. I'll set the JCB, or not the JCB, the Fent up on the other contract. So we'll get them both knocked out at the same time. And take a right-hand turn right here. Hopefully we'll be able to harvest this sorghum field because it looks like it's done. So, not doing those to the right. Definitely not. Now, I mean, it doesn't hurt us any. There's the road. Hit the road, Jack. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get him set up in this going. That way when I come back in, probably jump into the game tomorrow morning for a little bit and just let the contracts work as I do a couple other things before heading into work. And then, oh, I did have the engine started. We'll take this over to, I think it was field 2, which, I mean, the blue dashed line, that's the drainage ditch, which is right by our house, our property. So we'll take this and we'll get it started. We'll hook the plow up to the Fent and we'll take him over to field 7, which was the other field down there, which is over by our house as well. And, oh, God. Stop. Just so that we can get a couple of things done before we hit the stream again tomorrow night. And Thursday night. And possibly Friday night. And definitely Saturday night. Yeah, the rest of the week in the evenings I'm going to be streaming 2 to 3 hours a day just to get this. The streams I like to do for my Pallegney series. Our beautiful barn. Little disappointed that I wasn't able to do the grassland because I just did not like how the pasture was set up for the animals going into the building. The mod author, I'm sorry, but that needs to be worked on. There needs to be an exit on the back of the building for the animals. Plain and simple. Oh, we gotta go over here. I think it was. Hoeing field 2. Okay. Now, gosh darn it, all tied up. Anyway, the mod author, yeah, definitely needs to have a. I mean, it's a lovely building. It matches the Pallegney feel, you know. But to have it set up where it just didn't flow. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I'm new to the game. You know, things can be done different. And I get that. I get that. Yeah, it just didn't work for me. I'm sorry. No fault against what he was trying to do, and I get that. I get that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the. Yeah, we're gonna need the front weight while we're here. I need to get some fuel in this thing too, but he'll have enough to do the job. I know he will. We'll get him taken over to Field 7, get AI set up on that, and then we're going to go ahead and end the stream. That way, like I said, when I come back in tomorrow morning, everything's ready to rock and roll. Go ahead and get that folded up. We got our firewood cleared out, which is great. Got a lot of firewood. That's one of my favorite productions that has been done. Why? Oh, I left it there for a reason, because I'm doing that job. I was like, why isn't AI working on that? Because AI wasn't set up on that one. Yeah. Now the firewood production, one of my favorite mods. Yeah, you don't make a lot of money on it, but it's very consistent as long as you keep the production full, or at least some wood in it. You know, it doesn't have to be topped off. 110,000 every month, mind you, but yeah, as long as you keep wood in it, you're gonna have a steady source of income going in. And let's check that. 9,400. This one's at 88. Let's do this. See if I can get this to. It won't do it. Okay, that's fine. It's just a lot of wood there. But yeah, it's a great production. It's a steady source of income. If you want to hold all your income in until it's ready to rock in February, I believe is when the sell time is for it. Yeah, January, February time frame. Yeah, that's the peak. You can sell it at the low, and I've done that. I've had that production going since I started this play because, like I said, I'm slowly clear cutting this ground, and I wish they would change this to get rid of all the trees that are just sitting there working. And my productions for the firewood and my 2 logging productions, when this lot is cleared out, they're gonna go bye-bye. If I buy this one, then I'll put them back on. I'll set them up over here, so that way I'm not traversing over my fields. The ultimate intent is to buy everything in this corner. May include the BGA. If I were to buy that, that's 875,000. That's not unreasonable. I thought I was going to do a silage setup for doing BGA stuff, but since I've got my water buffalo set up, silage is now going over there. So yeah. Let's see. Let's come over here. Let's just get Romeo happy. Romeo! Anyway, he's out chasing squirrels and bunny rabbits and the elusive jackalopes of the Pallegney. There he is. Hey, boy. Good to see ya. But yeah, we do thank you for coming into the stream, even if it was just for a few minutes. If you can, I would love to see the thumbs up button being hit, the likes and subscribes being done, commenting as well if you're watching this offline. I do appreciate everything that you do, and I know Romeo sees a nice bunny over there that he wants to chase. Oh, he's tired. He got tired of chasing bunnies. But yeah, we do appreciate everything that you do on the stream. We thank you. And until then, catch you later.